What's up, guys? Mr. Lee Redmond here, and welcome to episode number 30 of the Linton Hotspur story. We are now not quite where I was going to be. I was going to go to 10 games, however, we've had another bit of a cup run, so it's a cup game today. But what we'll do first is I would say we'll have a look at transfers. That's finances. We'll have a look at that anyway. We'll have a look at transfers. There's no others, to be fair. I was trying to see if I can offload a couple of youngsters for loans, but unfortunately, no one really took them. So it's just those three that are out on loan. It's just sort of finances, a little bit meh. We're losing more because of the fact we're paying a bit more for people now, and that's the loans. Oh, Kirkpatrick actually scored. Nice. And this guy's actually out for couple of months due to a broken foot, so he's out until literally Christmas. But nice to see Angus Kirkpatrick's actually scored a goal. And Milan and aren't doing, I would say they're not doing too badly, but they're not doing great, to be honest. And I didn't realise that. I forgot I was literally bottom tier. Speaking of playing, let's see how we've done. It's not too bad. So, first game of the season was the 1-1 draw with Villa, which we watched. We then did 11 changes and beat, I don't even know how you say that. Is it Pebbles? I'm going to say Pebbles. 2-1. Jordan Main scored a penalty in the 13th minute to actually put us 1-0 up. And then Graham McCann equalised for them 8 minutes before half-time. But Alan Balmer made it 2-1. We could have made it 3, but unfortunately Main missed another penalty. But we ended up going through. We then lost 1-0. Sorry, didn't. We did not. We beat Whitehill 1-0 thanks to a Dale Allen penalty in the 63rd minute. We then drew 0-0 at home to Whitburn. Wasn't really that eventful, to be honest, that game. We then started our Scottish Cup preliminary round, as you guys saw. We were drawn with Edinburgh College and we won 5-1. Stephen Davidson scored his first goal for the club in the 2nd minute. Kai Hewitt scored in the 8th minute to make it 2-0. And it was actually 3-0 before even the 25th minute with a Dylan Morrison penalty. Luke McCarville did pull him back in the 25th minute and it was 3-1 at half time. But a Morrison goal within the first 10 minutes of the second half made it 4-1, and then Kai Hewitt made it 5 in the 66th minute. So we ended up going through to the first round. We then lost 1-0 to Crossgate's Primrose. A James Berry goal in the 91st minute, becoming the first of a few goals that we've conceded in the last minutes. We then drew 1-1 away to Gallop 13 Rovers in the cup, but we went out on penalties. We did take the lead with just 7 minutes to go for Lewis Campbell, but Jordan Wilson, just 4 minutes later, made it 1. That's a completely wrong way around, but it was 1-1. Went to penalties. We actually had a chance as we were winning until Stewart missed his penalty, and then Ledlin missed his for us to lose. We then beat Formartine 3-1 in the Scottish Cup first round. We won 3-1 away from home. Dylan Morrison with his first of 2 penalties in the 35th minute, putting us 1-0 up, but Jack Healy equalised with just 5 minutes to go on the clock to make it 1-1. By Kelvin Daniel in the 73rd minute, and then a second Morrison penalty just 10 minutes later wrapped up the win for us, and a trip into round 2, which is going to be today's game, where we are home to Banks D. So another Highland League side. We then followed up the Scottish Cup defeat with a with a defeat to Trident Juniors in the Scottish already qualifying Cup second round. We actually went 2-0 down, Lennon Walker penalty in the 53rd minute, and then he made it 2-0 in the 66th. But a double from Martin Baird in the 70th and 75th minute made it 2-2. And then Lennon Walker in the 99th minute, because it was extra time, sealed the win for him and sent them through. We then won 3-2 at Coldstream. We went 1-0 up through Callum McLean in the 9th minute. But Andrew Gaffrey equalised just 10 minutes later. However, within 3 minutes, we were back in front thanks to Dylan Morrison, making it 2-1. But before half-time, Fraser Malcolm made it 2-2. And even more quick, so we actually got a third through Kai Hewitt to make it 3-2. We then lost to the Vale of Linton in the East of Scotland League Cup second round. Kieran Hayes with 2 goals, one in the 26th minute, and then one in the second half, just 5 minutes into the second half, made it 2-0. But again, in every cup game bar the Scottish Cup, I am switching my teams around. We drew 3-0 away at Camelon. This was quite frustrating. We actually were 1-0 down inside just 9 minutes through Danny Forbes, but we actually pulled back pretty much immediately through Callum McLean. But with 5 minutes to go, Danny Forbes got his second and Camelon second, put him 2-1 up. Dale Allen, just on the hour mark, actually equalised. And then with 17 minutes to go, he put us in front. However, a Dane Gregor goal in the 90th minute made it 3-0. We then drew 2 at home to Dunbar. We actually were 2-0 up. Dylan Morrison scoring just 5 minutes before half time and then scoring again just 5 minutes after half time. Matthew Peterman actually he pulled one back just 5 minutes later. And then in the 90th minute again, a Darren Anderson penalty made it 2-2. And then we lost to Hill of Beef Hawthorn. In the last league game, we actually went in front for Callum McLean just before half time, but within 60 seconds of the restart, Finley Bonfet actually made it 1-1. Broadfoot, sorry, and then Craig Grant just after the hour mark made it 2-1, and we ended up losing 2-1 in the end. And it's kind of frustrating because no one, I mean, it says otherwise there, but before, Crossgates have played an extra game, but before this, no one was really taking charge and moving away, and we've dropped quite a few points from winning positions, so we need to sort that one out. But today's game is all about the cup. We got Banks OD in the second round. So another game against a Highland League side. Just put the highlights on. There we go. Don't think this is an actual highlight. It's just probably because it started. But I was going to say I was at no foul. That's okay. So first crossing, McLean. We get our head on it, but it goes just over Dale Allen. It's been a little bit annoying because my strikers are not scoring. So I've used Allen, McKinnon, and Tommy Campbell, the new signing. And I think Dale Allen is the only person to have actually scored any goals. And before that double he scored, he'd only scored one entire season. So it's a little bit annoying. So we got 1,000 to the game. I forgot I was at home. So we got 1,000 in the game at the game, which is good. Can't think if that's my first 1,000. I don't think it is my first 1,000 attendance. Gonna have to check that. But we got Bolt in the corner, plays it to McLean. Bolt puts it over, but Morrison gets there. It's out to Graham. He's going to hit it, and it's going just wide. I wasn't too sure if that took a deflection because the keeper just did not move. So there we are. It is half time. Not really doing much in the game, to be honest. Bold isn't playing great when we got no right back on the bench. Forgot about that. It's also nice to have not actually had to go to any replays like we did last year. I know it's a little bit of money, which is good. But that's Bold to McLean. Plays over the top for Allen, who's onside. Plays it back to McLean, who runs at the defence, pulls it back. Allen shoots, it's blocked, and it's cleared. Right, so Bold is coming off because he's actually getting worse. Plus, he's actually on a yellow card as well. So we're putting Skugel. Allen will come off because he's not really playing very well. And we'll put McKinnon on. I just don't trust Bold to not get sent off, to be quite frank. So we're moving to the last 20 minutes. Wilson with the goal kick for Banks. We win the header. McLean's on the ball now. Plays it out to Hewitt, who's running at defence. He's through. He's put it wide. He should have played it across instead of shooting from that angle. I am going to take off Fulker because he's struggling. We'll bring on Calvin Daniel. who's actually he's lucky to be in the squad, to be fair, with that position. Scottish Cup, we get 2 extra subs. So here they are, they're on attack. Can we close them down? We're going to get a ball over. Oh no, you could just see that was going to happen when he went in, even though quite clearly it looks like he got a bloody ball again. So Kennedy steps up. And oh yeah, I feel like he should have saved that as well. Only the second shot they've had on target, if that's even counted for there being a penalty. Not deserved. Morrison to Davidson. Kick-off highlight, so hopefully we can bounce back straight away. McDougall to Morrison. He's going to run it all himself. McDougall to Fee, who puts over. It looks like it's going to end 1-0. Very frustrating because, to be quite frank, we were the better side. But a bloody penalty again ruins it. Didn't look like a penalty, but there you go. But that is an end to this season's cup run, which is really frustrating in the way it went. 4,000 there, and I think we probably got a decent amount. Maybe we didn't, or we got 7,000, I think, by judging by looks of that. No, that's not true because we had a home game as well. But that is the Scottish Cup that's come to an end. Really disappointing considering we were the better side in a bloody penalty when it looks like he quite clearly got a ball. But we'll just have to take it on the chin. But that is it for this episode, guys. Leave some likes, leave some comments, and subscribe. I will be back at game number 20 in the league. But until then, as always, take it steady.